Finally Friday. Woohoo! It is Chris Allen here at Sam 100.7 on the Sam Cam. Thank you for joining us on the Sam channel this morning. YouTube, Facebook Live, and all of that. Coming up in about a minute, we'll go live on Sam 100.7. I'll also be talking about the weather. As you can see, we've got pretty good area of rain that's moving through the area. Cold front as well. I'll talk more about here in just a few minutes. Okay, 30 seconds away from getting started. Been having a lot of yeah, all that.
And now for some sunshine in your day. It's the Positive People Minute, sponsored by Flora Templeton Stewart Attorney at Law.
Well, how about that? Here on a finally Friday, good morning. It's Positive People time here at Sam 100.7 and on the Sam Cam. Those of you watching this morning via the Sam channel, which is our YouTube and Facebook Live streams. Also listening via the TuneIn app on your devices and streaming live to bowlinggreensam.com. We got you all covered. All right, this morning, a lot of rain. I'll talk about that after we do some of the updates this morning. And we're still talking about blood donations being very important. There is a blood donation going on today, starting at 10:30 this morning, going until 4:30 this afternoon at the Sloan Convention Center at the Holiday Inn. It happens every Wednesday. It happens every Friday, like clockwork. And all you need to do is go to redcrossblood.org. I seemed a little unsure. That's only because I was thinking of 2 or 3 different websites all at the same time. It gets cluttered up in here. Even though there's a lot of room, it gets cluttered way up in there. So it is redcrossblood.org. Do that before you go donate blood. But I can tell you that type O is the blood that is most needed right now. Critical shortage of type O. So if you know that you have type O blood, then please go to Bowling Green today. Go to the Sloan Convention Center. Book your time between 10:30 and 4:30 by going online to redcrossblood.org, or you can download the American Red Cross app. Sign up before you go. Please don't just show up. Sign up before you go. Therefore, they can take care of you. Now, Glasgow, it's going to be your turn Monday from 2 to 6 at the Lyra B. Mitchell Clubhouse there in Glasgow on South Green. That is going to be 2 to 6 on Monday. And then we've got one in Franklin on St. Patty's Day, which is next Wednesday. And that's going to be from noon to 5 at the Lighthouse of Truth Church on Orange Street in Franklin. So we've got several opportunities for you to donate blood in the coming days. Just make sure before you go that you signed up at redcrossblood.org. You've picked your time slot. And if you have the app, you can do the same thing there. All right. This weekend is when we set our clocks ahead 1 hour. But it's also a time, Bowling Green Fire Department, Warren County Emergency Management, all those agencies remind you to check your smoke detectors. American Red Cross too, because they go around and have been for years installing smoke detectors in houses. So all of these agencies are reminding you that as we spring forward this weekend, please check the batteries in your smoke detectors. or if you have a carbon monoxide detector. And I'm going to remind you, if you have a weather radio, then you need to change the batteries. Just twice a year, change the batteries on the time changes. Okay? This is a good reminder because we're going to spring severe weather season, and it could be an active year just based on the patterns and the behavior of what I see coming down the line. So it's a good idea to change those batteries so that way if your power goes off, they're still going to work and you'll still get weather bulletins. Okay? So smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, weather radios, change those batteries and then you won't have to worry about it for the rest of the season. But you do have to set your clocks ahead 1 hour Saturday night, or you can wait up until 2 a.m. Sunday morning. I mean, if you want to. That's the official time when it springs forward. All right. Daylight saving time. And of course, the first day of spring coming up. We've got the Hazardous Waste Day here in Warren County. For all the details, go to warrencountyky.gov. And that will do it for this finally Friday edition of Positive People, sponsored by Flora Templeton Stewart, attorney at law. Well, I just barely made it through that without having to choke again. Gosh, I hate that. Sorry about that. It happens when you're doing live TV or live radio. It doesn't matter. It's just one of those things. Okay. Let me show you. I promised I would show you the radar, and there it is. Our new in studio weather radar with, watch this, motion. Oh, look at that. And you say, what's that? What's the blue line right there? That's the cold front. So the cold front is now from about E-Town to Litchfield, coming through Morgantown, Crofton, almost to Hopkinsville. And once that front starts to make its way into Bowling Green, we'll start to see more shower activity popping up. As you can see, some little showers are trying to pop up now as you go up 231 and I-165, the Natcher. This is some heavy rain north of Beaver Dam up to Hardensburg and over toward Madisonville, Crofton getting some heavy rain up and down I-69 and out toward Princeton, the land between the lakes. So this is what we are going to see this morning as that cold front comes in. It looks like there could be some brief heavy downpours. We could pick up about a half inch or maybe a little bit more than that. But then it'll be gone as the front goes into Tennessee this afternoon. And I do see the rain tapering off after that. So just heads up. Nothing severe. I don't even see any lightning with any of this as it comes through. I mean, there could be a rumble of thunder, maybe a strike or two of lightning, but this doesn't have a lot of potency with it. Oh, here's a cool thing I wanted to show you about radar when we do get into severe weather mode. I can zoom in on certain places. Let me get in here. Let me click a couple of buttons here. Well, I got to set it up a little bit better than what I've got it right now. I was working on it yesterday and I had it working beautifully. And then all of a sudden now it's like, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So it's a work in progress, but this is kind of how it's going to look from now on with the radar. And especially when we do severe weather, I will be here live on the SamCam with the radar, and I'll be able to function and do all that kind of stuff to get us through those times. No matter the day or night, I'll be here to monitor those things just like I did over at 13. So that's what I'm working on, trying to get all that set up here and get it working It's still a work in progress, as you can see, because I still got to fine tune all these little buttons and stuff. I'm trying to make stuff work here that worked kind of like it did over there. Of course, what 13 has is way more sophisticated than what I've got over here. So, but I'm trying to get the same effect as far as being able to show you a radar and explain what's going on with the weather. So, I just want to make sure you understand that. Now, I will tell you just kind of a heads up here. Um, I am not going to be the kind of person when I'm doing the weather that shoots out automatically. Here's the bottom line. I don't want you depending on social media for your weather warnings. So let's say there's a severe thunderstorm warning in a particular county. I'm not going to take the time to sit here and type that out just so you can see it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Once I begin live streaming coverage here during times of severe weather, we will interrupt because I think by now you've been trained to know how to do this. We will interrupt on SAM 100.7 from our EAS system, emergency alert system. We'll interrupt broadcast and bring you the warning. And then you should have a weather radio. I don't want it to sound insensitive, but if you have not prepared for severe weather, my coverage is not going to be for you. My coverage here is going to be for those that have prepared, who've bought a weather radio, knows how to listen for those warnings when they come out, and not go to social media immediately and, oh, I didn't see a warning, so I guess I'm okay. People lose lives depending on social media. And if an outdoor warning siren works or this, that, and the other works, sometimes they don't. We've seen that happen. I would rather you know the weather, know the weather before it knows you. Somebody said, somebody said it. And then you tune in here for the coverage. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't be, I'm trying to just drill it into your head that trouble's coming. It's too late for that when you have severe weather. I shouldn't have to do that. It should be that I tell you days ahead of time, severe weather's coming, prepare. You have a weather radio, you have a way to monitor 4 or 5 different things, but don't depend on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook per se to get that exact warning. I would rather you watch as the severe weather comes in, watch my coverage, and then you're going to hear them instantly on your radio here at Sam Channel. You're going to hear them, and then you know, because you're already prepared. For those that are not prepared, there's not much I can do. And it's been a struggle for years and years and years, even before social media. Social media is kind of a lazy way to depend on that just for warnings. So I know a lot of my compadres, if you will, may disagree with that, but I'm doing my thing here. This is the way I'm going to do it here because I don't have a team. It's just me. So I'm going to be the one that does all of this at the time. And when I'm doing coverage, I'm assuming you already know what's going on. It shouldn't be like I've got to get your attention again to say, hey, there's a storm coming and it's dangerous. You should already know that because I've prepared you before the storms come, saying tomorrow's going to be a severe weather day and we're going to go into severe activation mode. By the way, that's a nice acronym, severe activation mode. Severe Activation SAM. What? Okay. You guys, I've talked long enough. Have a great weekend. Off and on showers today, this morning, and then again tonight. Low 60s today, upper 40s tonight. A shower in the morning, and then most of your Saturday should be fine after that, but cooler, upper 50s. More rain coming Sunday night into Monday with another low pressure system coming in. So there's your weather report. Okay. Have a great weekend. God bless you. And I'll see you on Monday.